Good morning.
Yeah.
You are Mr. Rahul J. Patil.
Yes, sir.
Please take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Rahul,
Yes, sir.
can we have a brief introduction, please?
Yes, sir. So my name is Rahul Patil. I hail from Belgaum district of Karnataka. I've done my graduation in mechanical engineering, and after that I've been pursuing for civil services. And last year I had worked in one of the institutions as a mentor, and right now I'm giving full time to UPSC preparation, sir.
So, which institution was this?
So Educami.
Okay. With a background in mechanical engineering, what makes you think of a career in the civil services? What attracts you here?
Yes, sir. So, firstly, coming from a very semi-rural background, I have seen how civil services can touch the lives of the people, which has inspired me. Secondly, sir, I believe that civil services is provides me with the opportunities to be in the policy making as well as implementation. Thirdly, sir, it is also considered as a very good career option in India.
Your project was multi-purpose tractor mount equipment. Tell us something about this. Sounds very interesting.
Yes, sir. So the project was based on using all the equipments that were available in the market and combining them into one equipment. So there are attachments for tractors behind them, and we saw that in the market, farmers were buying different equipments and which were costing them very high cost. So that's why we combined all of them into one. We combined the plowing machine, seeding machine, the fertilizing, and the leveling machine into one machine, sir.
So, did you get a patent for this?
No, sir, because we went to the dean and we spoke of commercializing this idea into reality. But and we were in the fourth year, and most of my teammates as well and myself, they had jobs and they had to leave, and I also had to leave for civil services. So this did not realize, sir.
That's a pity because it sounds like something which the farmers could have used.
Yes, sir.
Watching tennis.
Yes, sir.
Have you been watching the Australian Open?
Yes, sir.
So tell me, Rohan Bopanna, what has he achieved which no other Indian or any world-class player has achieved,
Yes,
for
sir.
that matter?
So recently he became the number one in doubles at the age of 43, which in itself is a very commendable achievement, sir.
Tell me of one other world record which he created, which also has to do with his age.
I'm sorry, sir, I'm not aware.
He is the oldest to win a 1000 Masters event.
Okay, sir.
Now, in tennis, there's this phrase called Golden Slam.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware?
Yes, sir.
What does it mean?
So Golden Slam is a term used when a player wins all the 4 Grand Slams as well as the Olympic gold.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Who's the only player to have achieved this feat?
Steffi Graf is the only player to have achieved this.
Do you actually play tennis also?
No, sir. Unfortunately, I have not had the experience of playing tennis. But once I had tried my hand at it. But that's all the experience that I have, sir.
Okay. This year I would be celebrating the 50th anniversary of my playing tennis.
Oh,
It's a great game.
Congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you. Now, CBDC.
Yes, sir.
What is the full form?
Sir, CBDC full form is Central Bank Digital Currency, sir.
Tell me something about it.
Sir, it is a digital rupee that this RBI is going to introduce, and it works on the principles of blockchain, and it is backed by the government of India.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Rahul,
Yes, sir.
you had optional as geography.
Yes, sir.
So, I'd like to start with that.
Yes, sir.
Monsoons pattern has been quite variable.
Yes, sir.
What are the basic changes which have been noticed
Yes, sir.
in last say 3 to 4 years,
Okay.
and what are the reasons?
Yes. So in the last 3 years, there was triple dip La Nina condition which was there, and monsoons got heavier in the last 3 years. But this year, that is 2023, the monsoons were on the lower side because El Nino conditions were on the brink, and also climate change is also affecting where the higher rainfall regions are getting low rainfall, and some of the other regions are getting high rainfall. So these are the few changes that I see in the monsoon. So.
How has it impacted the economic prospects of the country?
Yes, sir. The regions like Rajasthan are getting heavier rainfall, sir, which were getting low rainfall, and there has been increase in the production as well. But southern region has been getting low rainfall, and the northern Karnataka region has received less rainfall this year, and it has affected the cropping patterns of the region as well, sir.
Which are the main crops of Karnataka?
So main crops of Karnataka is ragi in the southern region and sugarcane in the northern regions. But there are other crops as well like rice and mustard and other crops.
There's a term used which is called GM seeds.
Yes, sir.
What are they?
So GM seeds are genetically modified seeds wherein we modify the DNA or RNA of the seeds and provide them with the qualities that they don't naturally have. Yes.
How do they fare as compared to the traditional seeds?
Yes, sir. They fare pretty well with the productivity level. Their production is very high. But however, there are concerns as well because they sometimes lead to monoculture and affect the native crops as well. So there are concerns of that. But in terms of production, it is very high, sir.
About a year back, or 1.5 years back, there
Yes,
was an agitation by the farmers.
Yes, sir.
What was it against and what were their main demands?
So with respect to GM crops.
No,
Okay. Okay.
farmers agitation.
Okay. So their agitation was against the 3 farm laws, which were later withdrawn by the government of India. The 3 farm laws they believed that could affect their livelihoods. But in my opinion, sir, 3 laws were in the favor of the farmers.
It's a very general answer.
Yes, sir. If I have to go law by law, sir, one of the laws.
At least one sentence each for each law.
Yes, yes. One of the laws which envisaged to combine all the APMCs where one farmer from any part of the country can sell his products to any other part of the country. Secondly, sir, Essential Commodities Act was modified, wherein there were crops like products like onion and tomato were removed from that essential commodities. And thirdly, sir, I'm not able to recall the third law, sir.
Do you think the laws were in favor of the farmers?
Yes, sir. In my opinion, sir, the laws were in the favor of the farmers, and one of the laws also, yes, sir, the third law also could link the private sector with the farm, where agreements can be made and direct selling of their products can be made to the private sectors, which was in fact in favor of the farmers because it protected the farmer side as well in the agreement, and any less production would have been compensated by the private sector to the farmers.
My second part of the question was, what were the main demands of the farmers on agitation?
Sorry, sir. The demands of the farmers were that MSP should be legalized, and their production because of MSP provides them with income guarantee, and that was the main demand of the farmers, sir. And second demand was that private sector should not make a deal where they are at loss. Where agricultural fields will be completely overtaken by the private. That was the fear from the farmer side, but in the law itself there was protection for the farmers, I believe.
What was the protection?
So that the deal could not go beyond 5 years, and it has to be renewed after every 5 years. And if there is any dispute, then district administration will first listen to the farmer and his grievances, and then try to resolve that. And there were 3 levels of dispute resolution where farmers had all protection, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Rahul,
Yes, sir.
you were hospitality coordinator for some event.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you are in IAS.
Yes, sir. IRS.
Hmm?
Sorry, sir.
You are in IAS.
Okay.
You are an IAS officer.
Okay, sir.
And there is a government-owned chain of hotels which is not doing good.
So, can I ask you to repeat the question, please, sir? Because
There is a government-owned chain of hotels
Okay, sir.
which is not doing good.
Okay, sir.
Hmm? So, and now you are put to the task
Yes, sir.
to revive these hotels.
Yes, sir.
Hospitality sector.
Yes, sir.
So, which will be your top 3 priorities?
So my first priority would be to attract as many tourists to that region. Attract the tourists to the region where the hospitality sector is facing issues.
Attract tourists.
Tourists, sir, by providing amenities to the cities. Secondly, sir, I would say the financial sides of the hospitality sector has to be taken care, because in the pandemic they faced a lot of issues, and if they are facing
Okay, so supplementary on your first observation,
Yes,
you will attract tourists.
Yes, sir.
They will go to the private hotels.
Sir, we can, with respect to government sector, I think there the cost will be lower from with respect to the private sector, because the government can provide subsidies in such
Okay,
manners.
fine. You are geography student.
Yes, sir.
You're talking of monsoon.
Yes, sir.
So what happens to our monsoon controlled climate if there were no Himalayas?
Yes, sir. According to the Kutishwaran's theory, Himalayas play a big role in monsoon, because when Himalayas get the high pressure, low pressure area, it attracts the monsoon from the Indian Ocean, and because of which it creates a
Low
link.
pressure area in the Himalayas.
Low pressure, yes, sir. In
Or
the summer.
Bay of Bengal.
In the Himalayas, in the summer months, that is March, April, May, it creates a low pressure which creates a link between masculine high pressure in the southern Indian Ocean, and this creates a link which attracts the monsoon winds
I
towards
thought
India.
that Himalayas have a role in deflecting monsoon from east to west over Gangetic plains.
Yes, sir. First role it plays is it attracts the monsoon. Second role it plays is that it acts as a barrier where rainfall can occur in the Indian subcontinent by orography, sir. Orographic rainfall.
Okay, fine. Okay, we were talking of the Himalayas. So, what is we understand by snow line?
Snow
Him
line.
Rekha.
Sorry, sir.
Him Rekha is snow line.
Yes, sir. Yes. Snow line is a line where generally where the snowfall occurs, above which, because of the low temperatures as well as the conditions of humidity.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Last question from geography.
Yes, sir.
You are traveling.
Yes, sir.
Good road. High in the Himalayas, you will be crossing snow line.
Yes, sir.
So, how will vegetation change? You are starting from plains,
Yes, sir.
say Taraya, Dehradun or somewhere,
Okay, sir.
where you will see salt forest. You are going high.
Yes, sir.
So, how will vegetation change?
Yes, sir.
Vegetation means trees.
Yes, sir. From the lowest level, I'll go upwards, sir. Lowest level, there will be evergreen and deciduous trees. As we grow up, we see temperate trees like conifers, and as we grow further up, we see mosses and other rhododendrons and other vegetation.
And?
And at the highest level in the snow, there are very few vegetations available, sir. At the above the snow line.
So, when do you see meadows?
Meadows, sir. Yes, sir. Meadows are also seen like in the regions where there is less rainfall and vegetation like trees cannot be formed. There are meadows of grass available,
Okay,
sir.
fine. Let's go to our western neighbor.
Yes, sir.
They are not happy with us and we are not happy with them.
Yes, sir.
So, why was India opposing the CPEC, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor?
So CPEC is a part of Belt and Road Initiative, which connects the.
That is known to me.
Okay.
So,
India
you
was.
come to the question.
Yes, sir. The India was opposing because it passes through the POK, that is Pakistan occupied Kashmir region, of which India claims as its own.
Okay.
That was one reason, and also it will also create. There was fears that it will create a base of China in Gwadar, which is very close to India's coastline.
Okay, fine. Last supplementary on this question.
Yes, sir.
This is part of BRI, that is Belt and Road Initiative.
Yes, sir.
Belt Road Initiative.
Yes, sir.
And here we say China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. So, what is the importance of saying economic corridor?
Sir, when we say economic corridor, China aims to uplift the economy of Pakistan through
Uplift the economy of Pakistan.
not but help uplift, not entirely uplift, but it can help. The Pakistan is going through an economic turmoil today, and China hopes to help Pakistan in this by providing the link between its region and China also aims to have a port.
Okay, Rahul.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank
Please.
you, sir.
Welcome, Mr. Rahul.
Yes,
Have
sir.
you read today's newspaper?
No, sir. I'm sorry. Today I was no, I'm not able to read today's.
Okay.
I will go and
See,
read.
we are in final stages of negotiation of FTA with UK.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are the key point of differences on which talks are still going on?
Sir, from what I recall, what I have read and what I recall, I think the key point of contention is the services sector and also the immigration sector.
From our side,
From the British side, sir.
British side. And then,
I'm aware of these two facts.
okay, fine. Suppose if China tomorrow says to sign FTA with us, so do we sign it?
Sir, we have to take into consideration the trade deficit that we have with China, which is very high. And if FTA is signed, then I think at this stage, at this level of economy or this level of trade deficit, we tend to lose. So, in that opinion, sir, China trade deficit is free trade agreement with China is not in our favor at this stage.
See, now this government's one unfulfilled promise is implementation of uniform civil code.
Yes, sir.
They're moving toward that direction.
Yes, sir.
So, what is your view that we should have uniform civil code? One, and what are the challenges to implement uniform civil code?
Yes. Yes, sir. Article 44 of the Indian Constitution also envisages a uniform civil code. The benefits of uniform civil code are it brings the entire India on the civil lines. It makes everyone equal. All the religions become equal, and there will be no issues of civil litigations. And on the downside, sir, I would say that it will because freedom of religion is also protected in Article 25. There is a chance that different religions will have some conflicts or they will have some reservations against this. So these are the positives and the downsides of uniform civil code.
In your view, should be there or should not be there?
In my opinion, sir, it is required, sir.
It is required.
Yes.
What will be the concerns of the tribals in this? How can you address the because tribals have their own set of laws in
Yes, sir.
many areas.
Correct, sir. So, in my opinion, there should be exceptions of particularly vulnerable tribal groups who are trying to live a very isolated lifestyle, and their culture and their rituals are quite different from other religions. So, I think there are exceptions can be made where their rights are preserved.
Okay, tell me, do you know what is the savings rate, domestic saving rate of our country?
Sir, I think it is around 30%.
30%.
Yes.
Okay. See, it's more saving than consumption is less.
Yes, sir.
So, in an economy like ours, should we go for boosting of consumption or increasing the saving rates?
Sir, at this stage, when the pent-up demand went up after the pandemic receded, I think the consumption level should go up because India is a growing country, and but at the same time, inflation levels also need to be taken into consideration, and that in that sense, savings and consumption should balance. But in my opinion, sir, consumption is required.
Another area of concern is that our domestic savings goes mostly into unproductive assets.
Yes, sir.
So, how to change that mindset, and what should the government? If the government has any role, they can do anything for that.
So, in my opinion, government can promote different sectors where people can invest their money, like mutual funds or investment in IPOs or startups. Currently, most of the savings are held in banks or in the form of gold. So, that can be promoted, sir.
Okay. Do you know what is the tax to GDP ratio of our country?
Tax to GDP ratio, I think it is around 7%, sir.
7%.
Yes, sir, from what I recall.
7% which tax? The central government tax, state government, or total tax or direct tax, what is 7%?
So income tax to GDP ratio is around
Income tax 7%.
6.1%, if I can recall. I'm sorry, sir. I'm not aware of the exact statistics.
Okay. I come to different. See, there is old pension scheme and new pension scheme.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you are posted in a state where the staff associations are demanding, which already NPS is there. Staff association demanding to revert back to old pension scheme. You have been given the task to negotiate with them and talk to them and convince them to stay with the new pension scheme. How will you convince them?
Yes, sir. So first point I'll mention is the downsides of the old pension scheme. It was a very big strain on the India's fiscal side, and it also was leading to where fiscal deficit was increasing.
But
And
they are not satisfied. They are not
yes.
convinced with that argument.
Yes. I will tell them that the new pension scheme is also in their favor, and also because contribution is required towards provident fund and pension fund where they can get the benefits going forward. So
No, you will say that, but how will you convince them? See, giving a statement and convincing them with something is two different things.
sir, I will convince them by using patriotism also. Because
Patriotism is words. Okay, they will listen, they will appreciate, but they may not.
to convince them, sir, we require a bit of emotional intelligence as well. And if I can hit the core areas like patriotism, I think I'll be able to convince them. They're saying that India is in a growing state and we require a contribution from your side as well.
Oh, say convince them that they will get more. They will be more beneficial for them. Patriotism, state, fiscal burden, everything is okay. They know that. They will say, "We understand, but end of my interest. Where are my interests?"
No, sorry, sir. I'll think about and what I can do from that position. Think about it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Rahul,
Yes, sir.
your optional is geography.
Yes, sir.
Geography impacts human behavior. Do
Yes,
you
sir.
agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay, give me 3-4 instances.
Okay. So, geography provides the resources, and in my opinion, sir, resources make a base for an economy. And if a region has high resources, then there are chances that the resource can be developed, and the lifestyle or the cost of living or the socio-economic development can be developed in that region. And secondly, sir, there are reports where climate also plays a big role, where productivity of the labor is very high in a mild climate, whereas in the tropical regions the productivity of the labor is less. And thirdly, sir, I would say the drainage part of the drainage plays a big role in how human lifestyles develops.
Okay. I see you have worked with some coaching institute you were discussing, Abhi,
Yes, sir.
right? So where Indian education system has failed, that there is this mushrooming growth of coaching industry, where Indian education system has failed?
Yes. So I would say that there are multiple areas where we are lacking on education front. One is that accessibility is less with respect to education, whereas infrastructure. Secondly, infrastructure is also on the lower side. Teacher and student ratio is very high, where one teacher is catering to more than 100 students. And
What is the current ratio?
I'm not aware of the current ratio, sir. But that also where teachers cannot cater to individual requirements of the children. That is one issue, sir. And fourthly, sir, I would say so these are the three issues that I can think of right now.
Okay. And this with this new education policy, something will change or not? What do you think practically?
Yes, sir. New education policy will. I believe that it is a good step because it brings critical learning instead of rote learning, which is the requirement. And I believe also it promotes languages. It says that up to fifth grade, local languages or the vernacular languages should be the way forward.
Can you discuss these 5 pillars of new education policy as well? Just point wise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm not able to recall, but the one is early childhood care and education. Secondly, sir, higher education. And sir, these are the 2 points I
Okay.
can think of.
You also like to read about filmmaking.
Yes, sir.
What is it? What kind of reading is this?
Sir, my particular interest in filmmaking is the cinematography part of filmmaking, wherein the lens of the camera is used to portray a story. And the moving of the lens, the angles and the lighting effect can be used to portray a beautiful story through the lens, and that is what attracts me the most of film.
Okay, Rahul, then tell me why it is said lights, camera, action, not camera, lights, action.
Yes.
What's the reason?
So lights come first because we require light to capture the image. Secondly, camera is when the rolling has to start after the light has been done, and the last one is action, where the recording starts, sir. So light, camera, action is the sequence that requires.
Okay, Rahul,
Yes, sir.
there are American movies, there are Brit movies,
Yes, sir.
है ना? Why there is nothing called as Indian movies?
Yes, sir. I believe that Indian movies is a big term. We mostly think of Indian movies as Bollywood movies, but I believe that Indian movies is a huge term where all the languages, from the north to the south, there are a lot of movies, and there is a term called Indian movies. But it's just that we do not promote that Indian movies in the outside, because Bollywood is taking the bigger hand in this. So most people in the world consider that Bollywood is the Indian movie. But
Do you think Bollywood is inclusive?
to an extent it is inclusive, sir, but majorly I believe that Bollywood could do much more to be more inclusive in this manner, because to portray the lives of different lifestyles from all over the part, let's say for example, sir, I believe that Northeast is not been shown in the Bollywood movies as much as I would like to see, and also there are prejudices and stereotypes that are shown. For example, South Indians are shown as for lungi, and there are some stereotypes which are shown, sir. So I think inclusivity is a requirement of the hour for the Bollywood, sir.
Okay. Your family is associated with agriculture.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what's the difference between dry farming and dryland agriculture?
Yes. So dry farming is farming where it is done in the dry region, and dryland agriculture is providing the irrigation benefits to the dry region where farmers can grow the required seeds. So this is what I can recall from what I. Yes.
Thank you, Rahul.
Thank you, sir.
When is your interview?
12th of March.
Oh, so you have a lot of time.
Yes.
1.5 months.
Yes, sir.
The second list is out.
Yes, sir. Day before yesterday, they released the second list.
Okay, and how many mocks have you done?
This will be my third mock, sir. This is my third.
And what is your self-assessment?
Sir, I believe that sometimes I look very serious on my face. I should smile more often, and my views also needs to be refined. They are not coming coherently as I would like them to be. And thirdly, sir, the opinionated questions is something I am working on. Yes, sir.
This is your first interview before the UPSC, huh?
Yes, sir.
Right. So let me firstly give you a few general observations, and then we'll come to the specifics. I'll give you some practical tips also. But let me say at the outset that you're a very promising candidate. You will bring a lot of positives to the table.
Thank you, sir.
I've asked this question on Golden Slam to about 200 candidates, and not one of them has cracked it.
Thank you, sir.
So it gave me particular pleasure today that you managed to get this right.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad.
But this is not a test of knowledge per se. It's not a kind of quiz question and answer session in which you ask 10 questions, you get 8 right, you get 80%. It doesn't happen like that.
Yes.
Why so? Because we are looking at officer-like qualities.
Yes.
There have been cases in which people have said, I don't know, to 8 out of 10 questions and ended up with 92%.
Yes, sir.
Right. So we are looking at, firstly, integrity. So no bluffing, no guessing.
Okay.
We are looking for balanced opinions. We are looking for awareness
Yes, sir.
of yourself, of your district, state, country, the world, what is happening around you.
Yes, sir.
We are looking at logical thinking, lucid exposition,
Yes, sir.
and we are looking at your grasp of concepts.
Yes, sir.
We are also looking to see whether you have poise and self-confidence. So all these come into the mix. Now what you should do is, in the time remaining, take about 90 to 100 of these A4 size sheets.
Yes.
Think of the possible questions. Of course, no one can predict, but think of the possible questions that can come your way.
Yes, sir.
And they can come from 4 main sources. They come from your DAF, they come from current events, right? They come from your subject and from your job. Once you've got the question bank ready, then do a deep dive on each topic
Okay, sir.
and make some bullet points in order of priority.
Okay, sir.
And then sit in front of a mirror and practice, practice, practice. That's so, because practice makes perfect. Now, as far as your appearance is concerned, when you walk in, you should project the image of an officer, not of a candidate.
Yes.
And for that, you need to be totally clean shaven.
Okay, sir.
Your hair has to be neatly combed. Please stand up. Let me see if your tie is in good shape. Your tie is perfect.
Okay, sir.
Shoes, everything else. Shoes need to be slightly, the shine has to be better.
Yes.
But that's about it. Please.
Sir, I have one doubt regarding shoes. Are Oxford kind of shoes okay? Or
Yes. As long as they are formal shoes, as long as they are not sport. Please take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
So, as far as my assessment was concerned, and I'm sure others will concur, you did a very good job today. So,
Yes.
keep it up. When you go there with a completely uncluttered mind and a positive mindset that I have what it takes. I'm going to ace this interview.
Yes, sir.
Come what may. Show that jazba,
Yes, sir.
right? And that also means that your voice modulation should come into play.
Yes.
Not an even monotonous kind of thing, right?
Yes.
Any question?
Sir, I had got a review in the last mock that I'm not speaking with the conviction.
Conviction.
Yes, sir. That too, I wanted to know whether I did well on that part or should I do more on that?
Look, Rahul, the problem is
Yes.
that the more mocks you'll take, the more confused you'll get.
Yes, sir.
Because there'll be different opinions on different ideas.
Yes, sir.
And someone will tell you speak this way, someone will tell you speak that way, someone will say do this, do that. In the end, you get confused.
Give
So,
time to yourself to work on what advice you have received.
Okay, sir.
I would suggest you do a couple of mocks closer to the interview date. Go to that institute where your comfort level is the greatest.
Yes.
When you come in, you don't have to individually address everybody. Just stand there, say, good morning, sirs. Look at the chairman, good morning, sirs. And look at everyone and nod. Wait for the chairman to say, take a seat.
Okay, sir.
These are small courtesies because this is a formal interview. It's in a formal setting.
Yes, sir.
So, you'll do very well.
Thank you so much.
We look forward to seeing your name on the list of successful candidates.
Just keep polishing your answers.
Yes, sir.
The ability to frame good answers. You need
Yes.
to keep working on it.
Okay, sir. So one more thing, I was sitting this way like in my previous interviews, which was making me very stiff. So I have changed to this. Is it looking informal?
That is fine. No. As far as this is concerned, this is definitely not encouraged.
Okay, sir.
This makes you look stiff.
Okay.
Sit like this in your normal posture. Everything should be normal. There should be, and then don't think about it, because once you get self-conscious, then all the time you're thinking whether I'm looking stiff or not.
Yes, sir.
Just go with the flow.
Right, sir.
You should not be in a stiff posture.
Okay, sir.
अगर ऐसे बैठो तो ऐसे नहीं बैठोगे आधे घंटे तक.
Ah, sir.
There should be some small movement
Some hand movements
to
are
keep you relaxed.
not a problem. Okay.
Best of luck.
Thank you so
Best
much.
of luck.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.